All right, in this lab, we are going to be creating users. We're going to become familiar with commands that are used to create and manage users. We're also going to create new users and configure customized home directories and password policies. First thing we're going to do is we're going to modify our password length and create and modify new users. Let's begin here. So I'm going to go to SU, type in my password. That doesn't work. Let me try this one. Let's do this sudo root. Okay, let's try this again. Su dash. Okay, cool. So I am now root. We can continue here. So let's go ahead and open up my login definitions file. I'm going to use it with the nano text editor, etc login.definitions. And one thing I would tell you is before, right? If you're not comfortable, always don't forget you've got the snapshot setting if you want to revert, right? So don't forget, you can say changing login.defs file, and then OK. And you can give it something that helps you kind of remember it as well. Time and date's always good. Was it the 20th? Snapshot, let's say Ubuntu. Something that you know, right? It shouldn't take too long. Okay, so here we are. We're in our logins definitions file, and what I want to do is I want to change the minimum password length requirement to be at least 8 characters. So let's go ahead and do our Control W, and let's find pass min length. And there you go. There it is right there. You see it is commented out, which means it's going to be ignored. Let's take that off. You see the color changes here. And let's add 8. So now our minimum password length is going to be 8. Let's do a Control O and save it. And then Control X to exit the file here. So next I want to do is I want to make a template. And and a template for my new users are in the Etsy skeleton folder here. So that is located here. Let's do a cd/etsy skill, right? So nothing's in there, and that's okay here, but let's go ahead and make a directory using my absolute path here, Etsy skill template. All right, so if I type ls-l now, there's my folder. Let's go ahead and make some default settings here. So let's do a new user called Jane. So let's do this one, add user, Jane. And let's give Jane a short password. Let's give her, let's see, uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just note, it's going to accept it because we're running as root. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so again, that's why I took it was because it was root. We finished this one here. Yes. All right, let's switch to Jane. su-Jane. All right. And let's go ahead and navigate to her home folder here, and ls-l, and there's the folder template. So again, because we added that, everyone going forward will get that folder. All right, let's go ahead and change the password for Jane using password. And we can choose a password that is longer. So if I type in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then type in 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Same as open. Let's try this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's too short, so we need something at least 8 characters. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we are good. Let's go ahead and open up this file here. Let's switch back to, let's exit back to root here, and let's take a look at Jane. Let's go to Etsy, password, and we can do Control W to search for Jane here. And there she is. Jane is there it is, 1003. Gets her user ID and her group ID. So let's do one more. Let's go ahead and make a new user here. Let's call this one, let's see. Let's call this user test. And I'm going to say the number is going to be 1004. That's the number that's free. 1004 colon comma 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 slash home slash test colon slash bin bash, right? So we've manually made a user here. User ID, group ID, name is 4. That looks good. Let's go ahead and save the file. Control O, press enter, Control X to get out. All right, so let's go ahead and make a password for it. And I'm gonna make a new password. All right, password has been updated successfully. Now let's take a look at the integrity of my password here. We can do that with the pwck command, and the pwck alerts that the new user's password is missing a corresponding group. So let's try that. Let's do a pwck and look at there. We've got some errors here, right? So it's saying, hey, would you like to add us? We can say yes. All right. And then there we go. So if I was to switch to test, right, it says, hey, you cannot navigate here. No such file or directory exists. So it looks like our user, if I go to home, there is no home, right? Because we just made this one manually. So there you go. And that is the end of this lab, creating users. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.